These are the directions for your first presentation in Education 270. For our first slide, we always will start with a class message. This class message will give you a couple different things. First of all, it will give you a think about it area, and these are the things that you want to think about as you're working through the presentation. At the end of the presentation, you should be able to answer these questions, making personal connections and factual information from our presentation. If you get to the end and you can't answer these questions, then you've probably not worked through the material carefully enough. So this is your own little check. Each time we have the message, just read it and follow any directions you find in it. We're starting with a brainstorm. We have lots of different brainstorms and collaboration in this class, and we use a platform called Padlet. So you're going to click right here, and that's going to take you into our Padlet board where you are going to add your own ideas in. And please be sure to read the comments of your classmates while you're there. That's how we can collaborate virtually and learn from one another. For the next slide, you're going to watch the video on the right. It's on 21st century learning. And see, think about, is this the same or different from your own learning experiences? We also look at the difference between professional knowledge and personal knowledge in this presentation. So what you're going to do is listen to this presentation and see if you can answer these 3 questions. Once you've answered those, head over to Padlet right here and post your own answers. We have another video to watch, and this is going to look at the different approaches to teaching literacy. And I want you to listen and learn in the video, and then think to yourself which theory reminds you the most of the way you learn to read, and which theory reminds you the most of how you will teach students to read. Think about both of those. Then we're just going to get you familiar to some different components of literacy that we're going to learn about over the course of the semester. So what I want you to do is just take a look at that slide and see if you can match just in your head, or you can jot it down on paper and then watch the video, and I'm going to explain it to you. These are some buzzwords that we'll cover over the course of the semester. Literacy Classroom is all about balance. So the big question is listed here. Head over to pages 16 to 18, which is figure 1.3, to really look at the difference and learn more about balanced literacy. Always when we learn, we want to make a connection to ourselves. If we don't make a connection, then we don't retain the information, and this just gives us a deeper understanding. So I want you to look at the 3 questions, and then you're going to click right here and answer those questions on Padlet. Your weekly assignments are the Padlet board for participation. There's 3 of them. One is slide 3, slide 5, and slide 9. You should have already completed those if you've gone through the presentation. Also, I want you to read chapter 1 in your text to review what we've learned. You have nothing to Dropbox on D2L. Everything was just embedded in the presentation. Because we are piggybacking 2 topics this week, I want you to head back to the week 1 part A folder and open up the presentation on children's literature and continue.